So this is going to be part 2 of my review for the service called Scrivy. That's Scrivy. Now, I am an author. I wrote this book. It's called You're Going to Die Someday, right? And I've been, like a lot of independent authors, I've been trying to figure out what's the best way to promote the book, what works and what doesn't. And there's thousands of services out there, or at least seems like there's thousands, that are all trying to get you to sign up, pay for whatever it is that they do. And of course, you have no idea what works and what doesn't. I didn't either. So the reason why this Scrivy exists is it uses what's called the Advanced Reader Copy, or ARC network, to generate reviews for your book. The way the publishing industry works is they use this ARC network for a new book that hasn't been released yet, so that when it's on its release date, they have reviews already and they can say, it's a great book, you're going to love it. So you pay for reviews. Let me clarify that. You're paying for the service. Scrivy does not pay for the individual reviews. You're paying $6 per review. Now, if I hand out author copies of my book, they cost me about $6 a piece to buy. So the idea is, if for about the same amount of money or less, I'm now getting reviews on the Amazon website when you've got more reviews on your book, then it just indicates to their Amazon's algorithm that you have social media, you've got some traction. So somebody's reading your book and they like it and they're giving some feedback. So somebody's more likely to actually buy your book. So two things. This is now the second, where'd my glasses go? Excuse me for just a moment so I can be a little bit less blind. So I want to pull these numbers up. So I know that right now, when I started this was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. My book was published in November of 2025. So it's been out for like 6 months. And in all of that time, I've been advertising it on KDP, or Amazon KDP, and basically getting almost no sales and almost no reviews. I handed out dozens of copies of books to friends and neighbors and relatives and people that I run into, and in all of that time I'd gotten 5 reviews. Not good. So now, and this is 3 weeks later, there are now 27 reviews of the book. It's kind of hard to know exactly what came organically from sales and what came from Scrivy. So I paid for 21 reviews, or I paid Scrivy $6 for 21 reviews, and they pass them out to the people on this ARC network. And then those people kind of understand that, well, I get free books in exchange. I'm expected to write a review, or what. And Scrivy goes out of their way to say that your reviews are not guaranteed, and you're not guaranteed to get any reviews at all, and you're not guaranteed to get good reviews. So I paid for 21, and I went from 5 to 27. So I got more than what I paid for, and there's still several that are outstanding. Now, it's a little bit weird because there's kind of a disconnect between what's showing up on Amazon and what is being reflected on Scrivy. So that's all you can really see, is what is actually on the Amazon website, and then go back over to Scrivy, and you can see in some cases the same review that's on the Scrivy website is the same review that's on Amazon. In some cases, there's stuff that's on Scrivy that has not shown up yet on Amazon. There was one case where a really, really good book review was written, and it was spot on, to the content and the intent of the book, and that you can tell that the person actually read it. And it was a great review. I'm like, man, that review is amazing. And it was like on the Amazon website for like a day, and then it seems like it was pulled down. I think that maybe it was automatically flagged as being like too good of a review or something, or I don't know. But then it came back up. So, whatever. Anyway, what I'm saying is Amazon really wants to protect the quality and the integrity of their review process, and then Scrivy is playing within the rules of the ARC network that the entire publishing industry uses. So it's working out okay, but there is a little bit of a disconnect there between what Scrivy shows and what Amazon shows and stuff. And I kind of like stopped. I was tracking it for a while, and I built a little spreadsheet so I can say, well, here's this one and there's that one and who did this and who did that. I stopped doing that because I was just like, well, that's just kind of a waste of time. Now, what I am doing, and what I'll do is I'll put some links to this down below. There are some reviews that are really, really good. So what I've been doing is taking those reviews, taking the transcript, taking the review itself, and then plugging that into an AI, making an AI voiceover. So now I've got an AI voice reading the review. So if it was written by a female, for example, use a female voice, and then taking the same script, plugging that into another AI and say, okay, write prompts for me to create the images that would go along with this script as it's read. And then I plug that into another AI, so 3 so far, and then create those images, and then take that and use the software that I use for video editing is called DaVinci Resolve, and then take those and plug it all in, add transitions. Oh, I'm sorry, 4 AIs, because now I used another AI to create a very gentle melodic background music track. And anyway, so now I've made about 5 of those. So in other words, taking the reviews and generating promotional videos based on the text of the review, using AI to create all this stuff, and then putting them out on, I'm using 7 different social media platforms. So, okay, this is a test if I can name all 7 off the top of my head. So I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, X, and LinkedIn. So there's 7, and then I take the same videos and put them out on all 7 platforms, and I'm promoting them on YouTube. So basically paying for views, and it's really not that expensive, but it's gotten just on YouTube generated 25,000 views. Now what that means is just in the month of May. So the reason why I'm doing this video today, because it's the month of May, and I looking at the KDP, so that's the internal Amazon advertising for the book. Again, paying for a little bit of advertising there, not paying a lot, but that advertising generated 4 sales. During the month of May, there were a total of 11 sales of the book, which means that the 4 is what I would have gotten had I not done any promoting on anything else. And then the other additional sales were have to be because of the additional advertising. So bottom line on Scrivy, thumbs up. I'm going to, I've looked at some other platforms, and so when I'm looking at some of these other ones, and I can't remember the names off the top of my head, it's the same kind of thing as Scrivy. They seem to be, in some cases, when you look at, because you can research these things, and it says, okay, this one works this way, and then you look at some of the reviews and you see some of the complaints, and what's the cost, and it seems like some of the other ones cost more money and don't do as good or better of a job. I might try one of those anyway, but right now I like Scrivy. It's working, and I'm going to continue with Scrivy. I'm going to do it again for another batch. I'm going to wait for all of these ones, the initial 21 that I paid. And again, it's $6 a review, so whatever 21 times 6 is, that's how much money I paid. It was 120 something bucks or something, which is fine, but I went from 5 reviews to 27. The overall ratings on the reviews were mixed. I think I'm at about a 4.1 or 4.2 right now, which is fine. That's okay. The ones that matter the most is that the ones that you can tell that were like really good, happy, glowing reviews. It was a great book. I loved the content and all that. Who are people who were into it, they liked it, they enjoyed it, and they could read it and understand it. It's not like a really simple. The content of the book can be kind of heavy. I mean, it's not just a weekend at the beach kind of read thing. It's not a romance novel. It takes some thought there to be able to process it. And you could tell the people that kind of like were leaning toward the negative reviews were those who really didn't read it, really didn't understand it, or disagreed with the conclusions. Well, they're not really talking about the content of what's in the book. They're talking about the fact that I don't like your ideas. Well, okay, whatever. That's just the way it is. I don't really care if some people don't like it. I want people who are interested in it and think that the conclusions in the book are valid and accurate, and it's good that they can have different opinions to look at. But anyway, the really good reviews are really good. I guess that's the way it is. I'm not used to dealing with reviews or dealing with things like that, so this is new for me. But so far, again, I'll take a 4 point whatever for Amazon, and going from 5 reviews 3 weeks ago to 27 reviews today is outstanding. I'm going to wait. There's about 3 or 4 left. That's why I'm saying that out of that 27 number, I only paid for 21 reviews and got 22, and there's still supposedly about 5 or 6 left that are going to come out of Scrivy. So that tells me that some of those are just organic from the regular traffic on Amazon, which is great too. Yeah, so anyway, bottom line, Scrivy, thumbs up, still using them, and to be crystal clear, this is not paid advertising. Scrivy is not giving me anything for free. I'm paying for the service. This is an honest, if they sucked, I'd tell you. But what I'm saying is, I like it, it's working, and I'm going to continue using them. So that's the best possible endorsement that I could give them. If they were terrible and they were crap and I didn't like it, I would tell you clearly, and that's just not the case. So, doing a few other things. The problem is, my neighbor was getting a new drill, a new water well drilled across the street, so he's had his thing over there literally banging through the bedrock, which was just devastating when it comes to noise and trying to record a video in the backyard. My neighbor was mowing the lawn the other day. I had wind blowing through here at 40 miles an hour, so I couldn't do any videos. I'm going to try to get out there and do another one of these and keep track of all the things, because right now I am doing a lot of these services. Next up, I'm doing some avatar generation to promote some chapters. So you might look at me and say, hey, this is me, but maybe next time it'll be an avatar. Okay. So anyway, all of that, good to go. And hope this helps. Hope somebody can find this useful. And have an amazing day. God bless. Bye. Oh yeah, don't forget, on Amazon, buy this. You're going to like it. If you'd like to know what happens after you pass away, according to the near-death experience data. Also, by the way, it happens to cover the origin of all religion in terms of where did the word God come from? Where did the word soul come from? Why do we have these things in our brain? I explain all that. Bald-faced promotion of my book. Buy my book. It's on Amazon. Bye.